I have no clue how to introduce this video, so we're just gonna hop on right into my April wrap-up. Yeah. In April, I didn't have the shabbiest reading month. I read 6 books, which I guess is alright. I only own 4 of them, or have 4 of them with me. So my book stack looks kind of pathetic, but hey! Good enough, for me at least. At the very beginning of this month, I continued the Angel Fall series, so I read World After by Susan E. I read Angel Fall at the very end of last month, and then immediately picked this one up. I thought it was a pretty good continuation, but it turns more sci-fi in this series than I thought it was going to, so it's kind of different than how I originally thought it would be like, so I don't know if it's that, or if I'm just, like, not enjoying the series as much as everyone else, because I only gave this 4 stars. It was pretty good, but I felt like it was really slow in comparison to the first one, and again, I don't really like the sci-fi-ness of it. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm only a minute into this video, my throat already hurts. Can you tell I'm ill? Next, I finished Uninvited by Sophie Jordan, which I had read half of last month, and so I finished this. I got it signed. Where you at, son? Got it signed. And yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I felt it was pretty anticlimactic though. So yeah, I gave this, I think, 4 out of 5 stars. Oh, I wrote it down. 4 stars. Uninvited is about a girl named Davy who lives in a world where kind of homicide is considered a disease. So if you have this certain kill gene, you're removed from your school and from your family, pretty much monitored 5 ever. And it's just her being diagnosed with that and her having to deal with it. Like I said, it was pretty anticlimactic. Side note, the school in this book is the same school I go to, so they kept talking about it, and I was like, this is my school. So we asked her about it, and she was like, that's totally a coincidence, but then after that, my German teacher knew I liked reading, and so she pulled me into her back closet and was like, look at all the Holocaust books I have. So I ended up borrowing Night by Elie Wiesel from her, and I read that all in one day, and I loved it. I gave this, again, 4 out of 5 stars. Dang, I'm giving like everything 4 stars this month. I could have sworn I didn't read this before, but then as I was reading it, I was recognizing everything. It was just like ticking some memory in the back of my head, so I guess I had. Then I picked up a review book, which is Talented by Sophie Davis. I have to film a review for this still. Talented is about a girl named, I know your name, Talia, and she basically lives in this world that people have kind of superpowers. There was this huge nuclear explosion type deal, and so the generation after that was born with these powers, and they're a whole array of things. Just think The Darkest Minds, where like some people have mind control, some people are shapeshifters. It's kind of like that, wherein there's several different types of them, and she goes to a school where you kind of get trained, and she is someone who has mind control, so like she can read minds and make people do things and make things move using just her mind. And I thought it was super cool. I really liked this book. I still, like I said, have to review it, but yeah. Side note, you can get this book for free on most digital media platforms, so if you go to iBook, if you go to Amazon, you can find this lovely book for free. I gave this just under 4 stars. I thought it was really enjoyable. If you need something to do with your time, I recommend this bad boy. Bad girl. That book took me like a week and a half to read, and so I was looking for something that I could enjoy really quickly, that I didn't feel pressured to read, and therefore I picked up These Broken Stars by What's-Your-Face and her co-writer. Every time I see this, I see Annie, but it's Amy. Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. Oh, my voice hurts. This is about a chick and a guy. It's told in dual perspective, and they're on a spaceship together flying someplace. I don't think it ever says. Either that or I was ignorant. And the spaceship ends up having a problem, and then they crash onto a deserted planet and have to survive and figure out how to get off and just deal with hating each other. Yada yada yada. I thought it was good for the most part. I gave it like just under 5 stars. I had really high expectations for this because my best friend Savannah just talks about it constantly, and like if you show her the cover she'll be like, ah, and that's pretty much me with any book on my favorite shelf. So I was like, gonna love this, and I think it was a combination of that and just minor problems I had with the characters that pushed me to not like it as much as a 5-star book. But nevertheless, I thought it was really great. It's one of the only like genuine space sci-fi books I've read, and that sci-fi kind of went over my head. Like I was super confused at the ending and I was like, what is going on here? I'm too dumb to be reading this. What is science? I will mention though, I had several people come up to me, like not even people that read, and just see it and be like, wow, that is a beautiful cover. So yeah. And then just today, I finished Side Effects May Vary by Julie Murphy. I do not have it because I'm lending it to my friend Lauren from the Lauren, and I will link her channel down below. This is for a live show that me and several other people will be participating in on Cassidy Von Shay's channel on May 3rd. If you want more details about that, I will link Maddie, the coordinator's video below, because she talks about pretty much everything you need to know. So if you have like 2 days left to read it, if you can do that, then I would recommend doing it, because it would be so much fun to have you sit in on our live show and see if you agree with any of us. But I loved this book. If you don't know what Side Effects May Vary is about, it's about this girl named Alice. I almost said Alex. Her name is not Alex. Alice is diagnosed with leukemia, and so she decides that before she dies, she wants to get back at a couple of people that have kind of been rude to her throughout her high school years, and this happens, and then she realizes and is told she's in remission. So she kind of has to move past it and just get over her animosity over life, because she's in a really rough state, because they still hate her, even though she was, like, supposed to be dead. And, it's so twisted, but yeah, I keep saying but with, like, an accent. I'm not from, well, I'm from Texas, but I was totally expecting not to like this book that much, because I had went to an author signing for this, and even Julie was like, yeah, you might not like Alice that much because she kind of does some really spiteful things, but honestly, I felt like everything she did had such a purpose behind it. Like, I would totally do the same thing. That's probably a bad thing. But this book totally felt like a mashup of John Green's Paper Towns and The Fault in Our Stars. If you just put those together, this would be it. Because there's a list of things to do, and there's cancer, and it's just, I thought it was amazing. I gave this 5 stars. It's probably going to go on my favorites shelf. Again, I don't have it with me, so I can't show you all the things I tabbed, but I super loved it. I recommend it. Yeah. And I'm gonna give my voice a rest now. This was rough. Wow, I was like, I'm gonna film my wrap-up today, and now I feel kind of dead. Hope you're having weird pronunciations of things, why not? Hope you're having a good day. The sunlight is fading fast. My phone screen is still broken, if you haven't noticed. I don't know when that's gonna be fixed. And as we say goodbye, I'm going to put this book outlet box on my head, and then fall out of frame. Ready? Bye!